a relatively small group. However, what it says also is that this group is almost totally incremental to that of the people that watch TV. So this is great news for us because all the image attributes went up on the web users, and these people are younger, they're young adults, they're sometimes young couples with babies, and that helps our business or building the business of tomorrow. And last but not least, but I didn't state that, it really helped us build this baby youth platform as a global platform for the brand, for every country, and we can build from there and tell ourselves that we have a global brand. So what do we do next? Well, first of all, we're launching in about a month's time another global initiative, which we're going to bring the babies back in a coaching program, because all they say is live young. So what is young? What does it mean to be young? To be young means actually three things. You're young intellectually, you're young physically, and you have a young attitude. So basically we've created a little coaching program, a challenge that will be on the web, where people will be able to check their age, how young are you? And they will answer a few quick questions, and it will be more animated than this because the babies are actually moving and they're very funny. And once they do that, the coaching program will tell you your age and will give you ways of actually getting younger week after week after week for 5 weeks. And you'll be able to post your age on your Facebook page, but you'll be able also to tell your friends, you know what, I'm actually 10 years younger than last week, thanks to the program. So we've created that program, and we're going to launch it the way we launched the baby roller copy. No doubt it will be less successful, but if we can reach a few million people, and if that helps us convey the message of what Live Young, the slogan of the brand, is about, we'll be pleased. What next? We created a new global website, which means we've created the frame globally, but every country is actually editing this, and we're working hand in hand every month to actually build this as a magazine. We've leveraged that on Paul Smith bottles with a little widget. Basically, we're trying lots of things. To be honest, we don't always know where it will end, but we try, we learn, and we try again. And now what's interesting also is that this platform we've created has actually lent itself to a new offline campaign that's building on the baby roller success, which is this campaign where you can see people with babies inside, basically. And that explains, because some people like China, for instance, or Japan told us, the baby roller, great, fun, everybody talks about it, but what's the link between these babies, the water, and the status that we need to convey when we're talking about Evian? And this actually solves it, because what it says is it's because these people are actually drinking the stuff they have in their hand, that they have a baby inside, and they look cool. And this sort of encapsulates the whole thing. And this is a campaign that has just started in Asia, but will be global by the end of September. So what we've learned so far, and that's my last point. First of all, it's a new world. Okay, maybe not for you, but it was for me. But it's not a hostile one. So there are a few things that are key to me. Frontiers do no longer exist. That's an easy one. Quality of the content is king. This is absolutely, absolutely crucial. Many companies, many people are trying to do the best they can in creating content that tells everything about their brand, about what they do, etc., etc. This is not what works. I mean, it's not being totally comprehensive. It's actually being edutaining. It's being sharp. It's making something that consumers and web users want to see. And if you don't have this quality, you're dead. That's the point. The next point: consumers can can either skip your message, or they can turn into media themselves and convey it to other people. And I think there's no in between. It's either one or the other. You are either in the million views, or, million, maybe a few 100,000 words as well, or you're not seen at all. And I think it's a key element, because we were in a model, if you take the advertising classic model, where people were spending less and less in production, more and more in media to hammer the messages, thinking that if you hammered them 20 times, something would remain. No longer true. If you hammer a message that's boring, non-engaging, not interesting, hard-selling, you're dead. Because people will just skip it. And if they can't skip it today on TV, they will tomorrow with the TiVo type of thing, etc. On the web, it's actually one step further. they don't have to see your message. And if you impose it onto them, then you're dead as well. So really, that changes the whole model. And if you look at what we spent on this commercial that I showed you, we did spend some money on the copy itself and on the viral film, no doubt about that. That's a big production budget. Did we spend anything in media? With the exception of France and Belgium, nothing. I mean, it became a success because people that watched the copies and that were on the web liked it. So what does it tell us for the future? Do it again, Sam. I mean, play it again. The fourth point is that KOL and networking approach is instrumental. That's something that also was not part of a classic media plan. You talk to people one-to-one. You want to convince your friend, people from your family, etc. Well, that plays a role on the web. It didn't play a role when you were talking about TV because nobody was going to put himself in front of the screen at 8 p.m. to watch your ad. Never. That just never worked. On the other hand, if you tell someone, you know what, there's this thing on the web that you should go and see because it's great, he will go and check it out. My point number 5 was cost of failure or success is limited, which is great because you can try lots of things. We've tried the Paul Smith little widget that we did when we launched the Paul Smith bottle at the end of the year last year. We didn't know what it would do for us. We thought 300,000 views and that would be good to create a little buzz. We ended up with 1.2 million views after 3 weeks, and we're probably north of 2 million now, and people like the content, they like the little Paul Smith clock. It has become viral. So we're going to try again, and we're going to try again and again and again. And then the last one is that you need to accept more limited control. Now, to be honest, between ESCP and now, I've been working with P&G. I've been working in a design firm in New York with Yves Saint Laurent perfumes. 13 years with PepsiCo. I was what you call a prototypical marketeer and a control freak. I mean, I do want to control every single word that comes out of a PowerPoint, of a presentation, of a show, of anything. Well, no longer true. You can't do that on the web. I mean, I've seen things on the web that we had not posted ourselves. How did it get there? Don't want to know. But I think what, that's the thing. First time I saw a remix version that had Billie Jean music on the little babies rolling, I got scared. What if we get a trial? We don't want to pay for this money, for this music, which we don't have the rights for. And the guy said, chill out, boy, I mean, chill out. That's just the web, it's not us, it's somebody that did it. So now, as you may have seen, there are over 500 versions of this copy on the web today, which have totaled more than 12 million views. And actually, in China, the ad that has been seen almost 8 million times is not the one that we did. It's one that a web user has done, putting Billie Jean on the screen, adding a few slides and a few images from, I guess, his library of Michael Jackson or whatever, and the ad has become viral. Is that a problem for us? Well, it used to be a few months ago. It's not a problem. We love it. We love it. If they want to do more, let's give them some jib-jab and other things like that so they can play more. Now, 2 more points. One is it does not yet replace the old world. As you may have seen from the little chart I showed you about Nielsen, YouTube, and the people that have been reached by TV in France, if we want to do big volumes, we're going to need the two. The two of them can work together. And actually what's interesting is how they work hand in hand together, because you've seen the few excerpts from TV channels in the US. Well, within 2 days, we were on ABC, CBS, Fox News, NBC, without having paid a dime for it. They wanted to show the web sensation. Great, let them do that. The minute they did that, on the web, more people were clicking. So the ad was at the top of the ratings. And then what happened? One of the countries, Japan, that did not go big on the YouTube thing, 200,000 Japanese had seen the ad, versus roughly 2 million for the French. Well, NHK and Fuji TV called us and said, could you send us please the video? Because we heard there was a very good domo arigato. We liked that thing very much. We heard it was all over the news in the US. We want to air it as well. Well, we definitely said domo arigato gozaimashita. We sent the tapes. And guess what? The day after, there were 1.6 million views on YouTube in Japan, and it was the most viewed video in Japan. So this world is playing offline, online together, and you can start from the new world and create poster ads, like the one I've showed you, that actually start from the web idea before being offline ideas.